All right, Billa, how's it going?
I'm all right, bro. How you doing?
Grinding. You know, like everybody else, just trying to get through this pandemic.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we're going to get into your story a little bit and get to know you a little bit better. I think everybody knows you're from the south side of Chicago. What was it like for you growing up there?
Um, Single parent home. I got in trouble as a young kid, not having too much guidance or, no father figure in the home. So I really was out doing what I wanted to at an early age.
When you say doing what you want at an early age, how early do you mean?
I caught my first case when I was 9.
At only 9 years old. That's young.
Yeah, definitely. Too young.
What got you busted at 9 years old?
I was charged with burglary, breaking in a movie set. They had some trailers in the back. Me and a few of my homies, we had decided that we wanted to see what was in them. So, that's how that go.
Okay. At 9 years old, you get charged with burglary. And do they take you to juvenile hall or do they let you go home?
Nah, see, I don't know how they do it everywhere else, but like in Chicago, we got what you call a youth officer. So, when you get arrested, the youth officer will come and see how many points you got. Depending on how many points you got, depending on if you go to the juvenile detention center or not.
Okay. And what did they do with you?
I came like, when you that young, your parents just come, they give you a court date and sign you out.
And so at 9 years old, you get arrested. And what do you do after you get arrested? Do you try to do better or do you just continue to be in the streets?
I pretty much went to jail every summer after that until I was like 16, 17. Then I started to slow down with the getting in trouble and going to jail. Because that really never was my thing. It was just that I would always find myself, in the middle of some shit that really had nothing to do with me. And then it was just like, fuck it. That's when I started really distancing myself and sticking to myself, because that's when I understood that, being around certain people or being in certain places at the wrong time, that shit can cost you your freedom or your life.
And at what age were you involved with the streets heavy? More like, with your hood and everything like that?
I was born and raised in the same area, so that's where I caught the case at, in my neighborhood.
Okay, so you were like born into your hood, kind of like everybody you knew around you was already in it and everything?
I was born literally on the block where I grew up at. I was born on that same block.
Now, as you're growing up, most families don't, they try to keep their kids out of the streets. I interviewed Slim 400. I don't know if you know what that is, but he's an up and coming rapper from Compton. And his mom used to always warn him like, yo, you're gonna be dead or in jail if you keep up this.
Every family gon' go against it, period. But then some families be like, you know what I mean? Like, that's your life, you know what you up against. And it's death, jail, don't call me, don't look for me to do nothing, et cetera, et cetera. That's like a black person family. So I'm speaking from a black family, which is my family. So they not telling me to go do this and you can go do it, but if that's what you want to go do, because I can't stop you and I can't be with you 24/7, these are your options. You're going to be dead, you're going to be in jail, and if you be in jail, don't call my phone, because I wasn't with you running out there doing what you was doing and stealing, robbing, et cetera, et cetera. So don't call me. Call whoever you was with. How I'm going to call him and we both in jail? So basically what she's saying, you're going to be in there. Make your mind up.
How did your family react when they found out that you were involved in gangs?
Like any family that care about their child, it was more so they was trying to keep me away from it, but the more they wanted to keep me away, the more it made me curious. It made me really want to see. It made me really want to see, like, what is it they trying to keep me from? You feel me?
So the violence and everything like that didn't deter you at all?
Not really. Cause I mean, if you pay attention, that's all you see everywhere. On TV, in the streets, on the internet. It's violence everywhere, so I mean it's normal.
You say it's normal. I'm sure now that you're older, you might think different, but as a young age, you felt it was normal?
I mean, still to this day, I still feel the same way because it ain't just happening here. It's just more so televised here. But it's going on everywhere. They got this shit going on. They carjacking everywhere. They killing people. This shit going on all around the world. It's just more publicized here than it is anywhere else because you got a lot of people that's watching and looking in just for the entertainment of it. But in all actuality, shit, it's every day.
And growing up in Chicago, I mean, there is a much higher murder rate than in most other, I don't know if it's all other places, but most other places. For sure, I don't know the exact details of it. At what age did you lose your first homeboy to the streets?
Shit, 18. My first close friend, 18.
And what was this like your best friend or just one of your good homies?
Nah, just like a close friend. It took a while for me to lose like a best friend, cause we all was raised different. So instead of just being outside, just doing nothing and hanging to be hanging, we don't really do that. So it took a while for me to lose a close friend.